going to love it. Thanks,
Derek.
Conlon.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me on here. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. All right, we're moving right into it with Brecker. Brecker, how's it going?
Doing good, Derek. How you doing?
Hey, doing great. I wish we could talk for half an hour on dynamic discount codes. I'm going to give you 15 minutes to tell us about Preflect and how we can increase our return on ad spend with better segmentation and targeting. Here, I'll add your screen in here, and I'm going to hop off and let you get to it.
Awesome. Can you hear me all right?
Coming loud and clear.
Perfect. Awesome. Sounds good. So my name is Brecker Breeze. I'm a co-founder over here at Preflect. And our motto right now is Facebook ads are hard, but we make them easy. So here's our founding team, Ian McHugh, my co-founder. We are actually a Mark Cuban-backed startup. He's a great guy, and we're super happy to be working with him and his team. Little overview, some key takeaways. What I want everyone to get out of this today is 1, Facebook definitely isn't dead. 2, merchants need to focus on brand at the early stage. 3, we're going to talk about the challenges of Facebook ad buying agencies. And 4, we're going to talk about our cost-effective solution to having an ad buying agency called Preflect. So there's been a lot of bad information being spread about the actual impact of iOS 14. It definitely has not ruined Facebook advertising. But what is more clear than ever right now is that innovative media buying strategies are now more important than ever. 5 years ago, you could throw a couple bucks into Facebook and get a pretty easy return and a pretty significant return. But right now, media buyers who were not prepared to innovate are really the ones who are falling behind right now. One myth that I also love to dispel is that you need to spend $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month on Facebook to see any return in e-commerce. This is blatantly false and something that our platform has definitely proven wrong. So right now, there is so much focus on data, and that's great. It's definitely not a bad thing, but we see more often than not early stage founders wasting a lot of time digging through the weeds, especially inside of Facebook, trying to make sense of everything that's going on right now, especially with all the attribution problems. And we think this is somewhat of a backwards approach when you are early stage. Early stage founders did not start their businesses to spend all day figuring out Facebook ads, sifting through data. They went into business to improve and to focus on, or at least what we think they should focus on, product, brand, creative, and especially in a lot of cases, building a community. So there are some challenges right now with having an ad buying agency. Agencies make sense for some merchants, but for most early stage e-commerce merchants, they just simply don't. If you're a bootstrapped brand or an organically grown small business, and you're maybe only spending a few $1,000s per month on Facebook ads, the added cost of hiring a media buying agency makes it extremely difficult to turn a significant profit on Facebook, regardless of how good or bad of a job that agency might be doing for you. So again, our solution, Preflect, we created Preflect for all merchants, but specifically for those early stage brands looking to keep marketing costs low and ROAS high. So you can invest as much of your cash as possible into growing your brand. Our platform is super easy. It's so easy that you can run profitable ads with zero experience in 5 minutes or less. That's always our goal. Now, behind the scenes, our AI-driven automations in the back end are what actually makes our platform so easy while also being extremely effective, right? We take care of all the hard stuff for you. And Preflect uses AI to automate your audience building, ad targeting, budget optimization, conduct a bunch of tests, in real time and on an ongoing basis, real-time optimizations. And all this is made possible by utilizing a merchant's own Shopify data paired with our analysis. So that's all I have for this, but I'd love to just jump into our interface real quick and show everyone how easy it really is. So go ahead. switch my screen over.
Reshare the screen. Yeah, perfect.
Pop into Shopify.
All right,
Awesome.
got it here. There we are.
So our goal, our North Star with Preflect is to keep our interface as simple as possible. We want to remove all of the complexities and all of the advanced features of Facebook, make it so merchants don't have to worry about them, think about them, or even see them. We take care of all that for them. So our analytics dashboard is very lean. We have average ROAS over the past 30 days, your target ROAS, which you can edit, attributed sales from the Facebook ads that you're running through Preflect over the past 30 days, and your daily budget, which again, you can also edit. Let's say we want to change it to 75 bucks a day. You can import existing creative copy from Facebook. Say you have ads that you're running that you like and they're doing well, but now you want to automate the ad buying process and you want to run those ads through Preflect system. You can import them straight from Facebook right there. But I'm going to go ahead and create an ad here. I'm going to click Create Ads.
You are now being timed. You've got 5 minutes.
I think I'll do it in less. I think I'll beat that. So you can import from your device, from a link, from Google Drive, a web search, or stock images. I'll go ahead and upload from my device. I'm going to do 2 different versions of my creative. I'm going to have a story version and a feed version. I'm going to upload these. Derek, you can start playing the Jeopardy music.
That would be hilarious.
There we go. And here's our creative, right in our interface. I'm going to click on that. So we have our feed version, our story version. I'm going to go here and add some primary text. I'll just say buy lashes. Yeah, lashes. And if I want, I can add different variants of both primary text and headline. And our AI is going to optimize budget across those variants and quickly pick a winner. We'll worry about all that testing for you. Landing page. Of course, you would put your actual landing page in there wherever you want to send your customers to. I'm going to change my call to action button from learn more. I'll do shop now. So you have a subscription brand, you want to do subscribe, but I'll keep it as shop now. Looks good. And here's the fun part. So this is how easy we make your targeting. So again, the audience building, the targeting, that's something that we're entirely automating for you. And it's as easy as just toggling a button right here. So say you want to run this ad at top of funnel and you want to use it to prospect and find new customers, you're going to toggle find new customers. Say you want it to be a retargeting ad to retarget website visitors, you toggle retargeting. Say you want it to be both, you're going to toggle both. We're going to create 2 different ads, one for finding new customers and one for retargeting. And again, it's as easy as that. I'm going to go ahead and click save. If you made any other adjustments or any other ads, you'd be ready to go after clicking deploy campaign. And within 15 minutes, those ads are now going to be running. And there it is. That's it. We make it that easy.
That's awesome. I love it. The secret sauce here is you've streamlined the process of ad creation for sure, but the value prop has got to be in that targeting and what's going on behind the scenes after we publish, and you're optimizing for us. I used to spend hours in the back end of Facebook trying to figure out the best, slice and dice ad segments to target, and it's a whole bunch of guessing, a whole bunch of expensiveness. So give me a glimmer into the AI and how it works so that I can trust it for me and my brand.
Yeah, definitely. So for example, if you were to toggle finding new customers and say you did sell eyelashes. So what our AI would be doing, be taking a look at primarily your Shopify data, right? So getting a really clear picture of who your good customers are. And we would actually be, for example, for this brand, our AI would want to forecast lifetime value. And it would want to determine not just who your customers, your good customers were in the past, but who they're going to be in the future by helping you build better lookalikes, right? And so pulling that data, running the analysis, doing that forecasting, building those audiences, segmenting those audiences, actually plugging them into Facebook with the proper ad sets, with the proper budget, all of that, again, is going to be optimized for you. You're not going to have to worry about any of that. But in the back end, in this example, that's what would be going on. We'd be doing some forecasting, some data analysis, building lookalikes, segmenting them, and then plugging them into Facebook to run your ads.
I love it. And I want to emphasize, this doesn't make a starting store successful, but this makes an established brand, smaller brands that have maybe dabbled in advertising, a lot more successful especially at the savings of an agency. Because there is definitely this middle ground, right, Brecker, where it's like, ads are doing okay. I can't really run them, but if I hire an agency, I'm not going to make any, like, all the money's going to go to the agency. I can't do 50K in ads. So like the cost of the agency always becomes overwhelming. So I think this solved that problem there, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're spending $4,000 a month on ads and a decent ad buyer, you're paying $2,000-$3,000 a month. It makes it pretty difficult to get a significant return, right? It starts to make more sense if you're spending 20, 30, 40, 50 grand a month on ads, then the numbers work out. But if you're early stage, the numbers for the most part definitely don't work out. One comment I would like to make though about this being for brand new brands. The data requirement is actually really low. We worked really hard to make sure that we could work with almost every single brand. So 99% of the time, if you have sold at least $5,000 worth of product ever, now of course, that's going to vary depending on your average order value and how much your products are priced and things like that. But for the most part, if you sold at least $5,000 worth of products ever, we'll be able to get to work. Right. So even if you're super early stage and maybe you're selling $2,000 or $3,000 a month and you're a couple months down the line, this is definitely going to be a tool that you're going to be able to utilize.
Awesome. Brecker, thanks so much. We're going to move right into our next presentation. I've put the link here in chat for everybody, and it'll also be in the show notes for everybody listening to check out Preflect and get your ads up and running, especially if you're not running retargeting ads today. Almost always, this is an easy win for increasing sales in a business. Brecker, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.